DreAllDay.com.
What's up, y'all? Dre Baldwin, DreAllDay.com. I want to talk about basketball conditioning, different types of conditioning, because I think a lot of people, especially young kids, and you coming up in the game, are confused about how conditioning works. Now, me personally, I'm a workout junkie type guy. Like, even if I never played basketball, let's just say I hated basketball, I never even touched basketball, I never went to the courts or nothing, I would still work out every day. I would still run. I would still lift weights. I would still, maybe take some fitness classes. Maybe I'd do some CrossFit or something. I'm the type of guy I always go to the gym. I always work out. If I don't work out, I just don't feel right. As far as the conditioning goes, I do long runs. Like, I'll go to the beach and run on the beach, like a few miles straight on the beach. I'll run on the treadmill and do like intervals on the treadmill. I don't really swim like that, but if I swam, I would do swimming. I like to do explosive stuff like sprints, like vertical jumps, box jumps, stuff like that. That's not really conditioning, but running the bleachers, if you know where some bleachers are, running up and down the steps of the bleachers at a stadium or something like that. I do all of that different stuff for basketball. I'm not just doing it to be doing it. I do it to be better as a basketball player. Now, as far as the conditioning goes for basketball, y'all got to understand that there's more than one component in basketball, because it's a very dynamic sport, different than a lot of other sports. In basketball, you need the endurance running. Like, for example, if you was to go to a track and just run around the track at a steady pace, not going as fast as you can, but at a steady pace for a few miles. Like, 4 times around the track is 1 mile in America. So let's say you run around the track 12 times for 3 miles. Like, you can't sprint that. You got to do that at a normal pace. You need that for basketball. Why? Because basketball is a game of endurance, muscle endurance. When people talk about endurance, that's basically your muscles' ability to provide you energy for a consistent, extended period of time. That's what endurance means. So you need that in basketball. Why? Because the game's 48 minutes or 40 minutes, or in high school I think it's 32 minutes or whatever. It's a long game. You running up and down, you jumping, you reaching, you dribbling, you passing, playing defense. You getting fouled, you coming in contact with other players. You need your muscles to provide you energy for that whole game consistently. Not just the explosive stuff, but just the energy just to be playing basketball for all that time. So you need the endurance exercise for that. Now then, when you get into the explosion/speed component, like running the bleachers, doing like the speed sprints, like you see me running with the parachute, or when you do sprints, like a short run, but you're going as hard as you can for a short period of time. You need that in basketball, because you need those explosive moments. Those moments, let's say you get a steal and you want to explode to the rim to get a fast break layup, or the other guy got a steal and you running back as hard as you can to get back on defense, or a skip pass gets made from one side of the court to the other and you got to go and close out on that shooter before he gets the three-pointer off, but make sure he don't beat you off the dribble. You need speed. For that 2 seconds, you need your speed to burst from point A to point B. That's why you need explosive exercises in basketball. Let's say if you was on the treadmill, then you would do intervals, like when you speed up and run at like 9-10 miles per hour for 20-30 seconds, and then you slow it down to a jog or a walk to come back, and then you go back and do it again. That's what they call intervals. Run real fast and go slow for a minute, then fast and slow. You need that in basketball also, because you need the explosive component and you need the endurance component. So, because I know a lot of people they ask me stuff like, well, what's the one best thing I could do for basketball? There is no one best thing. The thing about playing basketball, like I said, this is a very dynamic sport. You can't do just one exercise or just one way of training. You got to do all of it. You got to do the explosive stuff and you got to do the endurance stuff. Like on the court, you got to do the dribbling stuff and the shooting stuff and the defense stuff and the passing stuff, and you got to be ready to rebound, and you got to run the plays that your coach is calling. You got to be able to do what the team needs for whatever team that you're on, whatever situation your team has. You got to do all of it. There ain't really no shortcuts. I wish there was just one thing you could do. Like, if there was just one exercise, like they said, all right, you just do this one exercise as much as you can, you'll be great at basketball. Of course, all of us would do it. I'd do it all day, every day, 10 times a day if it was just one thing. But it's not. You got to put all those components together to get your basketball conditioning. So hopefully that clears up some misconceptions and gives some of y'all some valuable information. But put it all together, man. I put the programs there. They there. You look at my speed and quickness playlist, I got a conditioning hoop handbook. I got the ultimate athlete hoop handbook, which covers speed and quickness. Also, we got a strength training hoop handbook coming. It is coming this summer, May or June. It will be here, so we here for you. We got it. Work on your game. DreAllDay.com. And as he comes back to your right, you just reach the ball right over his head and finish the shot.